See what these motherfuckers is doing. Not a god dang on thing. They be bored. They be bored. They be joyriding and doing that pretty much nothing most of the time. Pretty much a nothing most of the goddamn on time. So I was here having a conversation on the phone when I saw this occur. And it looks like just a traffic stop. Um, but there's so much to it. Like they just be playing these psychological games. I don't appreciate the psychological games they be playing with our community, okay? I don't appreciate it. Number one, when they pulled the goddamn, and look how long their computer is. Like their computer is long as heck. Because why is it taking so freaking long to just punch in somebody's insurance, see if their insurance is up to date or whatever like that? But the person in the white car, they don't care. They don't care. Let me tell you. Here's my word of advice, people. People out there traveling on the highway and byways. Have no fear. Be prayed up. Be affirmed up. Know who you is. And have no fear. Now, this has only occurred to me 2 times in my life because I'm a great driver. And I'm going to talk about the first time and the second time. The first time was like my very first car in Buffalo, New York. And that car right there, baby, that car was something else. But any hoots. Any hoots, right? My son was baby about 3 years old. I put the seatbelt on him. He was in the back seat, and he took the goddamn on seatbelt off of him. And look at them. They all in the bus stop. Like, why are y'all in the bus stop? You see this inconvenient shit? None of these people are going to catch the bus. Because this brilliant officer decided that he was going to do a traffic stop in the bus stop. Who does that? Who does that? For nothing. Now he's going to have to say, have a nice day. Because they shit is valid. You can tell he's going to have to say, have a nice day. Look at his walk. You can tell by his body language, sir. My thing is like, why'd you... First of all, maybe he didn't know it was a bus stop. He must be a new guy. Maybe he's a new guy. Maybe he didn't know it was a bus stop. He was like, got him, psych, a mic. No, you don't. Anyway. So, it's interesting because both times that it's happened to me, they never came from behind me. Like, eventually they came from behind me. But initially, they're coming from in front. And so they see me, I see them, I ain't paying them no mind. Like, I have no issues with the popos, okay? None whatsoever. See the bus? They was all in the bus stop. That's those people I see. Anyway. Holding up traffic like, sir. Anyway. So they were coming the opposite direction. I had to be 18. I was 18. Yeah, I was 18, maybe 19. I was 19. I was 19. I'm in Buffalo. I'm in my first car. My ex-husband had bought it for me. It was a beat-up car, too. It was an 87 Toyota Camry. No brakes. Only brakes on it was... I like this. I want to see them pull off. Pull off, baby. They ain't had nothing. That shit was ride. You can't pull off yet because they about to cross the street. Your shit was ride. We be riding sturdy. We be riding sturdy. We be riding sturdy. Say we be riding sturdy. We be riding sturdy. We be riding sturdy. We be riding sturdy. Used to catch us riding dirty. Now we're riding sturdy. Yeah, we riding sturdy. It's so early. I don't even have no coffee yet for my shenanigans. I'm all in my shenanigans right now, people. Because I didn't expect to see this. I was here having a phone call. My phone right now is charging. It's charging. I can't even. The wire is literally wrapped around me because, all right, I gotta step over the wire. I can't even show the wire. Can I show the wire? I can show the wire. This is the wire. See the wire? The wire is literally wrapped around me because I walked in one direction into here, grabbed the phone real quick, made the phone call, and just stood here because I got such a beautiful view. You see my other view? Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! What is that? That look like One World Trade Center. It's not that. Yes, that's that. One World Trade Center. Yes. So anyway, I took a beautiful picture, which I will post. Yup. Baby, yes, we be riding sturdy. We be riding sturdy. I said we be riding sturdy. We be riding sturdy. I said we be riding sturdy. We be riding sturdy. Oh, we be riding sturdy. We be riding sturdy. I said we be riding sturdy. You got it. You think the motherfucker will help. That you inconvenience. But you got it. Yes. Yes, don't you like that? I love that. I love it. We be riding sturdy. I said we be riding. I'm not going to stand here this whole time. I feel like I'm going to sit my butt down. I ain't really camera ready right now. I ain't camera ready. I'm going to sit down. Talk about these goddamn on folks. Because this is what it is. Apparently, this is what I'm doing right now, right? Just talking. I feel like putting on a out because, like, I'm literally drinking water and I just got like crumbs. I can't wash my face. I woke up like this. So anyway. Let's have the conversation like this. It's too much. We could put it like this. This is not a recording space typically, but I guess it will turn into. This is my workout area. And again, I was just charging my phone. And then my first gym, my first home gym. Can you tell that I need to be in the gym? Can you tell I need to be in the freaking gym? So I'm gonna just relax. This is that type of chair, and that's just how I'm feeling. So yeah, I was coming, like, say this is me. I was coming this way, right? They were coming this way. Now the car, my '87 Camry Toyota, didn't have no regular brakes. It only had emergency brakes. And so that's how I learned how to drive. That's why I'm such a good driver, people, because I learned how to drive in one of the most worst vehicles ever. And I think that's why I'm so excellent at life. Because I freaking have lived through some of the worst shit ever. That's why I'm good at this shit, baby. Anyway, motherfuckers taking notations and shit. Anyway, so the car, right? I back it up out of the driveway. I'm in the street. The motherfucker turned off. I'm trying to turn the motherfucker on. So I'm like, I'm there stagnant in the street, right? Now, this is the popo. They over here. They on this other side of the street. And they back some, right? And so a driver comes up to me that's in front of them, because I don't know whether they were sitting, I don't know whether they were driving, I don't know what they were doing. I see them, but my focus was starting the car that I was in, right? It was literally in the middle of the street. So a guy came and he looked in there. He was like in a Jeep. So he literally looked in there. I had a little top opening or whatever. And he looked in there. Maybe he didn't look in the top. Maybe he just looked down. He was next to me. I have to recollect. I was 19. That was a while ago. That was like 20 years ago. So anyway, he looked down at me. He's like, "What you need? Some power steering fluid?" And I was like, "No, I don't know what I need." He was like, "Well, try it again." And I tried it again, and the bitch started. So I was happy. Woo! Now, I ran out the house with nothing. but my son and myself and the little bit of change that I had that I was gonna use to I don't know, go shopping or whatever like that. And North Parade, 90 North Parade, that was where I was staying at. And I turned by the park side. And when I turned by the motherfucking park side, the motherfuckers was behind me. Again, I didn't see, I looked in my mirror, I see them behind me, but I didn't know they was actually trying to pull my ass over. They had to come next. They had to come next to me. Like, now we're, so I'm this way, that way, right? They see me, they make a U-turn, bomb. The two times it has ever happened to me, these motherfuckers were coming from the opposite direction and made a motherfucking U-turn. I don't know if they saw the sheer joy in my face or what. Because typically, the motherfuckers is behind you. And I ain't never have a motherfucker behind me stop me. But motherfuckers coming from the opposite direction and make a U-turn two times. Two times. Two times it has ever happened. That's how it happened. So this is the first time. The first time, when they had to come up next to me, like literally, now they didn't bust a U-turn, I ain't paid them no mind. They didn't came up next to me, and now I'm in the window. They in the window next to me like, man, we trying to pull you over. I'm like, oh, all right, oh, okay. It's funny now. But it wasn't funny then, right? So I stopped. There go my little joy. My joy was so, when I tell you my joy was on 1,000 that day, that my joy was on 1,000 that day, even though the bitch stopped in the middle of the street. So it was like license registration. I did not have none of that shit on me, okay? And it was registered. It was registered. That car was registered. I had just got my license. No, I'm lying. Did I just have my license or did I have a permit? I feel like I may have just had a permit. I think I might have just had a permit. Anything. I didn't have nothing on me. And got my son literally was jumping. He had took the damn seatbelt off of him and he was jumping in the back seat. They slapped me with about 8 tickets at the age of 19. And did they take the car? I don't think they took the car because I was able to call somebody and somebody else drove the car and parked it for me. And I was just like, wow. I was 19. I was 19 years old. Of course I drove and all of that stuff. And again, that car itself did not have regular brakes. Never got into an accident in that car, by the way. Went all over Buffalo on the highway, far distances, because Buffalo is pretty big, place. I want to say I even went to the Peace Bridge. I might even went to Niagara Falls and that shit, like, with no brakes. With no brakes. Oh my God, where was my parents? I don't know. They were not around. My mom actually was in Buffalo. That's how I got to Buffalo, because she went there, and she was supposedly helping out with my son while I was in college, doing God knows what, because I had no idea what to do but to register. That was my most successful thing when I went to college at the age of 17. So yeah, I quickly left and ended up in Buffalo before, like a week before my 18th birthday, maybe a couple of weeks before my 18th birthday. And so at this point though, her girlfriend did not like me, and she was munching that carpet, so she had domain. Ew, I can't think of her munching any carpets. But anyway, because she was not cute. She looked like she had a little bit of Down syndrome going on with her. But anyway, she was munching my mama carpet and probably providing financially and stuff like that. Not that my mom didn't work, but whatever. That was the situation. It was a whole big thing, and I had to get the fuck out without any notice. But I was doing good. Like, God was carrying me. Like, that's what I knew. Like, it was something bigger, and because that shit carried me, and I just wish I was more comfortable with it because it was like it's always been something leading and guiding me, and it gave me warnings with my first husband, but I did not know, and I didn't do it right, and I ended up having a whole nother experience. But anyway, I learned from it, right? And just like I learned with that guy dang on being pulled over, right? And so they gave me all those tickets, like 8 tickets: endangering a child, driving without a license. Maybe I didn't have any insurance. I don't know. But I know they didn't take the car. I just know that they was like, I can't drive it. I had to find somebody to come and get it and drive it for me, which I think was my friend at the time, or either her cousin. One of the two. One of the two came got that goddamn car for me and parked it. And I thought like tickets went somewhere. It's fucked up. I shouldn't be laughing so hard about it. Because at the age of 26, now I've been through all these ups and downs and moving back and forth, and now I came back to Brooklyn, and my auntie that raised me for the first 10 years in Marcy, I'm back there, back to where was my home, you know? And she passed in the home, and you know, I was just like, this is an opportunity for me to get away from that ex-husband, and so I went there for safety, and then I didn't know that my family was going to be fighting me for the apartment, for not a condo, not a brownstone, not even a 2-bedroom apartment in a tenement building. These people, I would say these bitch ass motherfuckers, these people were fighting me for a 1-bedroom apartment in the elderly building of Marcy Project. You know, they got buildings just for elders, mostly for elders. So they had 2 buildings like that on the Marcy side. I don't know what they had on the other side, but I was on the Marcy side, by associates, by 33. Like if I walked a block from me, I would hit Tompkins, walk through Tompkins. There's Sumner Projects right there. I was like literally across the street from the Green Store, across the street from Cascade, by the, not a big park, but by the G train, Myrtle and Willoughby. That was like a block or so away. You know, that's where I was at. That's what they thought. That's what they was fighting me for. And I said, what the hell? Like, I had just literally left a duplex. I literally left a duplex with my 2 children. It blows my mind still. Of course, I don't talk to those people. I don't even know if those people are still alive. One of them name was Michelle. I think that one is alive. One named Renee. I don't know if Renee went to the management office, but they were some grimy ass motherfuckers for your little cousin. This how y'all giving it up, but they all look like the bad things that they've done. I mean, Michelle's not here anymore, God rest her soul, but like they all look like the bad things that they've done in life. They do, and it's like it wasn't called for. Like I wasn't bothering you. I wasn't asking you for nothing. I'm literally leaving an abusive relationship with my 2 kids in a tight ass apartment, and you guys got the nerve and the audacity to go to management and be like, she don't belong there. This is my motherfucking home. So what? I haven't been here for 10 years. Why do you think that this lady was raising me? Obviously, my mama is MIA. She was the first mama that I knew. And y'all was supposed to be like my aunts, even though y'all was my cousins, because y'all was older than me. But secretly, you felt resentment for a baby, and you still felt resentment for a young child? Like, why? Because I had hips. I still got my hips now. I don't understand the concept. That's why I say it's weird, you know, but like everything was stacked against me ever having healthy relationships. But guess what, baby? I left all that toxic shit alone, and I have healthy relationships now. And I'm so fucking proud of you, but I do have to work on shit now. Now, the one healthy relationship I have is with my cousin. He's like a year or so younger than me. That's the one healthy relationship I have, you know, and it is becoming healthier and healthier. But all and the other ones, like it's challenging. It's challenging for me with new people. It's challenging because my blood relatives are grimy as fuck, and they have done grimy ass shit to me. Oh, all of them, you know. Now some of them, even after they've done grimy shit, they have like made, I guess, we have been able to repair, but um, I can't name one yet. Maybe I don't know them yet. I can't name one and do no grimy ass shit. So um, anyway, we talk about the cops. We talk about the popo, right? We could segue all the way to that shit, right? But the point is that when my aunt that raised me passed away or whatever, one of her grimy nieces, call it for what it is, and they know what it is. They just thought I was on their type of time, and they see, oh, this bitch, she thinks she better. And I don't think I'm better. I'm just different, and I'm on a whole nother type of time. I don't gotta be grimy, and I don't know what you went through, but I know all the stuff I went through, and it didn't turn me into no grimy person. So you are grimy by fucking choice. Get it together, okay? Anyway, though, with that being said. She took care of all of the arrangements or whatever like that. According to one of my other family members, she took a lot of change. You know, she was able to put her down payment on her house or pay off her house, one of the two. I don't know all the details because I don't be talking to her like that and I ain't in her business. But to me, she gave me $1,000, you know, and I was like, okay, cool, thank you, you know, and I took that daggone $1,000, and guess what I had to do with that $1,000? Or what I did do with that $1,000? I paid my motherfucking tickets. Do you know those 8 tickets from Buffalo? Okay, so now at that time I'm 26. So from 19 to 26, let's count. 7 years, the motherfucking DMV held the motherfucking tickets. I think it was like a rite of passage. It was like, you want to be driving? This is what we do. Try to get your pockets, but that was one and done. Even though 8 tickets is not one ticket, but that was one and done. I paid for it. They cleared it. I went and got my license. I did have just my permit because I remember taking my road test. I took my road test in Brooklyn. They was like, "You ready?" I didn't take no. I didn't take no driving lessons at all because, of course, in Pennsylvania I drove. I have no license, but I was driving. Nobody bothered me. Like, all I did, and I don't encourage nobody to do this, because I did learn how to drive, okay? I didn't just get on the road and endanger myself or endanger others. I learned how to drive. I just didn't have that little piece of paper. But I learned how to drive, remember, when I was 19, and I had a very interesting vehicle, because I didn't have no regular brakes. So I had to really be quick and really be agile on the road. And, again, no accidents. No accidents, baby. No accidents, baby. So thank God. I'm grateful for that. So yeah, that's how that went. I drove the whole time I was in Pennsylvania. I think maybe after 6 months I was in, I had my first little hoop. And then I bought my very first car for myself. She was a Cadillac 95 dark green with a cream rag top. Ooh, I spent like $2,000 for her. And the person that I bought it from, he took me to the place to like register her. So she was registered. He kept, I wouldn't say he kept it. I was the owner, and then he somehow, whoever he took me to, put me as the owner, but put him as the driver, because I didn't have a driver's license. But the car was straight, and you know, most of the time, if you're driving properly, your vibrations is good, your license is straight. I did have a license for that, a license plate for that car. and you got insurance, you good to go. Like they don't really care about all other shit. They really don't. And I never got pulled over in my Cadillac. I love my Cadillac. I love my Cadillac. Oh baby, I love my Cadillac. Ooh, make me want to get another one. I don't know if I'm in the budget for another one. Cause I ain't trying to pay no car note. If I ain't got no job. But so that's how that was. So I knew how to drive, you know, and I was like, I drove for years. Like, okay, I know I haven't drove for a couple of years since I've been back in Brooklyn, you know, because so from Buffalo, I came back. From Buffalo, I didn't come straight to Brooklyn. From Buffalo, I went to Harlem, Jersey, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and from Pennsylvania back to Brooklyn. And so, yeah, I was driving, so I know how to drive. But I had never drove in New York City before I took my test. My road test was my first time driving in New York City. OMG. Wait, I'm fibbing. I feel like I'm fibbing. Because I feel like the actual test itself, I did not go on the highway. So this is how that went. I had paid for some package, right? Some driving package. You know, New York, you can do anything here, okay? You can do any motherfucking thing. I paid for this driving package where I had one lesson in a road test. And it was a nice fee. It was like $100. It was cheap. And that's what I did. I took the road test before the driver's test. So that's what happened. Because I remember the places in Manhattan. I remember getting in the car and the instructor has a wheel. The instructor has a motherfucking wheel and gas pedal and everything on his motherfucking side. And I was like, I ain't never seen no shit like this before, you know? And he's like, all right, we're going straight to the highway. And I was like, what? To the fucking highway? You know, it was a little rinky-dink car. It wasn't no big car. I like big cars, by the way. Because I'm a big guy. But anyway, it was a rinky-dink car. It was like raining or snowing or some shit. Like, it was inclement weather. Like, it was so bad, baby. But I did it. I went on the highway because the actual test was in Brooklyn. And I left from Manhattan, went from Manhattan to Brooklyn. He was like, okay, I'm going to have to get out or something like that. Or I don't remember all the details. All I know is I passed it the first time. I got it, and I was like, all right. But of course, life kept happening, and yeah, I got divorced. I was so happy to be relieved. I didn't even try to get no benefits, which I probably should have tried to get benefits because he was an Army veteran, even though he didn't serve a lot of time in the Army. But I was just like, I want to be free because all that time from Buffalo to Harlem, from Harlem to Jersey, from Jersey to Massachusetts, from Massachusetts to Pennsylvania, that was my time trying to get the fuck away from the motherfucker and make something of myself, and then get like stuck because it was like I got these 2 children, I'm trying to work, I don't know nobody, I need reliable child care. My book, my autobiography is not going to be one book because it's just too much to put in one book. It's a trilogy. I'm writing it. I've started to write it already because I'm at the third part. The third part, I mean, there's drama, there's twists, there's turns throughout from the very beginning, okay? Because my mother, God rest her lovely soul, she was getting her ass whooped while I was in her belly. She was getting her fucking ass whooped, right? And so all those stress hormones and things and all of that stuff, like all that stuff was coming to me. I ain't even getting to the world yet. All that shit was in my body. That's why I think I'm so strong. But all that shit was in my body. Like, I'm finding out like how things are so connected, and so I was like, damn. damn, I was fighting as a baby. Like, it's like she gave birth to a little warrior. Cause shit, shit. And it's so funny. I want to talk about something because when I was in school, I was always in the talent and gifted classes, right? And I saw somebody put a post, I think on TikTok the other day. They was like, "What was really up with those talent and gifted classes?" And it was a stitched video, right? And a girl came in and she was like, "So let me tell you about those talented and gifted classes. They actually were special ed, but just on a different spectrum." She was like, we became too much of a issue. We asked too many questions. We figured things out too quickly, and we asked questions that the teacher really had to take time to explain, and it took time away from them teaching to the other kids. So they grouped us all together in these talented and gifted classes. So that we would be distracted because it didn't further us. Yo, she just was going in, and I was like, I thought the damn citywide test meant something. She was like, yeah, they gave us the scores because I was like, damn. Like, scoring in the 90 something percentile. Like that was the 99? I don't know how I forget how they did it, but basically, I was doing better than 90% of the people in New York City, the students in New York City. Like, when I was a little girl, I was just like, oh, I almost got 100. I almost did better than 100. Like, because that's how the citywide tests worked back then. I don't know how they work now, okay? I know they got new math now, all type of new shit. So I don't know how they work now. But that's how they worked then. It was like, you scored higher than 90 something percent of the people in New York City. And I was just like, oh, thank you. Because thank you. But now, as an adult, when I think about it, I'm like, wait a fucking minute. They didn't say I scored 90% in my school. They didn't say 90% in even the borough. They said I did better than 90 something percent of the whole fucking city. Do you know how big that city is? Do you know how many kids, how many schools? What? And Stuyvesant didn't let me in. How dare them? Stuyvesant's a specialized high school. Of course, I tried to get into all of the specialized fucking high schools. But, again, I didn't fit their criteria, not because of the test scores. Not because of the test scores. They look at other shit. They look at other shit. They look at your family dynamics. They look at other shit. So it's different. Those kids that came and their parents brought them there and they was there being supportive. I went by myself. Like, high school was a by myself thing. College was a by myself thing. It was like no parents. Like, what I'm doing, what I have done for my son is fucking phenomenal. We broke the generational whatever on education. Like, we broke that. We stopped that. And I'm like 1,000% sure that my son is taking his children, being there, being supportive through their high school choices. Because I was there for my son's high school choices. Like, I'm there. I'm looking at the schools too. I want to check out the schools, check out the neighborhood. I didn't have that. I did not have that. But my son had that, even though he made other choices for himself. He had that, and he stayed with parental support. And now he is in school. And I was a free. I've been acting up since yesterday. I was like, ooh, I got the space to myself. Ooh, I got the space to myself. So I put a post today because I don't know where my moo is. I think my moo needs to be washed. And I was like, I need to breathe and not just be, I'm glad I wasn't. I'm glad I put something on, because then I wouldn't have got into this live and I wouldn't have shared that experience with the popo, and I wouldn't have went down this rabbit hole of me sharing some more of my stuff and realizing, wow, this gotten through a lot. But let's get back to the second one. Because I don't want to, I know I went deep and took some dips and turns, but I want to get back to the beginning because that's what prompted it, right? That's what even inspired this. Because I knew that those people, I knew it was some bullshit. And I just watched it and studied it. Like, things are so clear to me nowadays. Something's not everything. Not everything, not everything. But some things are so freaking clear. And I've been doing some key, key calm. Cheat calm. I've been doing some cheat calm. Yo, that cheat calm shit. Baby. What is all I gotta say, okay? Because I don't even know what's gonna happen of this day. But I know yesterday I did it. I didn't think nothing of it. I felt great. Um, and which reminds me, I gotta do another exercise to kind of clear my meridians and energies. But anyway, I'm gonna do that as soon as I finish on here. But anyway, I did that, and then the day flowed beautiful. I had mussels, some steamed mussels that I made. They tasted delicious. It was just amazing. I mean, that sounds like a small thing, but for me, it was just a very good day. It flowed nice and easy and smooth. And by the end of the day, and I listened to my audios, my audiobooks and my lectures and things like that. And I typically have on a lecture or I have on an audiobook while I go to sleep because when we know how the mind works, then we have to program it. So I make sure that the programming that goes into my mind is in alignment with the lifestyle that I'm creating for myself. But this book, and of course, the computer is nosy, so it gives you what you like. And this audio book popped up in my algorithm called this. I don't know the name. I'm trying to recollect it because I've only seen it one time. I only listened to it one time, but I had to stop it in the middle. It was like 6 hours, So it was supposed to play all night, but they start going a little bit to the left, right? So it's called the secret magic of spirit, something to that effect, right? I didn't say it verbatim, but something to that effect, right? And they're basically saying like how you can use your inner spirit, and not only your inner spirit, but spirits that are fucking around you to fucking manifest shit. But that this is a sacred science, and that you must use it only for good reasons, and because of course universal law, what you put out there, you're gonna get back, and if you don't respect the science and the sacredness, then you're gonna fuck your own self up trying to misuse it. That's what they say, right? But then, which is so contradictory to me, because see, okay, that all sounds great and good, right? And that all is accurate. But then you cannot say that you can use it to possess somebody. What? And that's not what they say. It's not, I'm pretty sure I'm not saying it verbatim, but that's what I got from it, from what I heard. So like, at first it was sounding real good. That's what I heard before I went to sleep. Like, you must use this sacred stuff, for good reasons, People who use it for bad reasons, bad things happen, Okay, I know universal laws. Okay, so, okay, cool. So I go to sleep. And I was watching Martin before I put that on. And I was all in my feelings, like, they portrayed so much love, right? And then I have this person that I love, but I feel like they have done this. I feel like they have used what this book was describing towards me, right? And so I go to sleep. I wake up to go to the bathroom, and it's literally at a point talking about relationships and how people have used it, but I guess this was a good way. And I was just like, yo, that's a violation though. And then I recognized, well, maybe it's not a violation if you love somebody and you are studying this shit, then is it any different from like being a chiropractor and you in love with somebody and so you see that their neck is stiff and you want to gently help get the cricks out? Is it wrong for you to use what you know towards the person that you love? Well, no, but I do feel like you should have permission. Like, I feel you should have permission. Like, if you, okay, you're a chiropractor. Say you're a dude, you're a chiropractor. This is just an example. And you see your wife's neck is, a little prick. So you would say so. You'd be like, babe, I see your neck looks, how does it feel? But I know how to do something. Can I do it? Like, I don't think you would just go up to your wife and just be like, hey, babe, it just uncracked the crack in her neck, right? Like, I just think you should get permission. You should get permission. I think that's part of the universal law. You can't impose yourself. You gotta get permission. So anyway, I was just like, my jaw open. So wide. I love audiobooks, but I love physical books more. More. Do I love physical books? Let's see how much juice is on this phone. Maybe I could. 35%. Not really a lot. But anyway, I was gonna show you because I literally had 3 books out before the phone rang, and I'm gonna go back to my 3 books. 2. The 3rd book is the Bible. I'm pulling out because one of the books is talking about the Bible. But anyway, I love physical books. I want to feel my book and experience it. But the audiobooks are convenient, especially for somebody who doesn't have their study yet. Especially for somebody who doesn't have a vast library. I mean, I actually do have a vast library. I do. I have the most books. I have more books than anybody I know personally. Except for Miss Hiawatha. Miss Hiawatha is like 80 years old, and I'm pretty sure she has way more books than me. But outside of her, I got the most books. People be like, I got the most sneakers. I'll be like, I got the most books. They'll be like, my Jordans line up the wall. My books line up the wall. Okay? I got cases and cases of books. I got 2 cases of books. They different. I know I'm different. And I finally love it and embrace it. And I'm like, sneakers? What you need all those sneakers for? You only got 2 feet. Just taking up space in your place. Then you put those sneakers into something. Like, they ain't no. The classics, man. I don't knock you. If you love it, it's good vibration. It ain't hurting nobody. Do it, baby, do it. I'm just saying, it ain't for me. I'm different. So, that's what I was doing before the phone rang. When the phone rang is where I picked it up, because it's in the room, it's in my exercise room. It's in my exercise room charging. Because my exercise room is still kind of like, it's a transition. Everything's a transition. Everything's good. But with that being said, that's when I saw the photos. And I was like, I'm about to film these motherfuckers. Because they just doing nothing for nothing. And I saw like how they sat. They sat for a minute before they even got out. It wasn't because nothing was coming or whatever. It wasn't a safety issue. It was like, I'm telling you, it's a psychological thing. So people, be on top of your psychology. Be on top of it. Like, as you prioritize your physical health, I think it's great that we in the gyms like that. I think it's great we sculpting these amazing temples. All right? I think it's great. I like good looking, happy, healthy people, okay? I like it. It's good to see. It feels good being around motherfucker because it shows a part of their character, their discipline, their determination, their devotion towards their physical health. That is amazing. Put likewise effort into your mental health. Put likewise effort. No, put more effort into your spirituality. The most effort, spirituality. Lots of effort, physical. Lots of effort, mental. Because they be playing these motherfucking mental games, and you gotta make sure you know who you is, and that's it.
So nobody can say no shit and throw you from who you are. Like they say some shit, you like whatever. Motherfuckers pull up behind, some motherfuckers be scared. Like, oh shit. Now these motherfuckers was ready. Had the paperwork together. Have a nice day. That's it. That's it. They humans. They are human beings. Don't let those damn blue and red lights make you think that they are more than human. They are human beings, okay? So know that. Don't let fear rise up in you. Don't let the images in the media plant seeds of fear in you. Don't even watch the media unless you're strong enough. Unless you have been for years doing your spiritual practices, you know who you are. You can't be persuaded by images you see on a fucking screen unless it is in alignment with you, and more so, it's still not a persuasion, it's more like a confirmation. Yeah. So, it made me recollect the 2 times, and I wanted to share about the 2 times. So I shared the one time in Buffalo, and so now I want to share the one time it happened, me coming from my cafe. So this time it happened in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Again, I ain't got no goddamn license. Well, no, this time I didn't have a license plate at all. I had like the, the paper thing that came with it when I bought it. And it wasn't registered. And I as much as I want, and I think I'm good. I ain't gonna talk nothing negative. Because I see the parking spot and I want it. I just don't know how I feel about registration or bullshit. But anyway, nonetheless, that parking spot is my appointment. And because I don't want to park on the street. But I have what I want. I already have what I want. It's just a matter of time because everything unfolds in divine time. So all right, back to the recollection of the Bloomfield, because they were Bloomfield officers. So I'm on my phone. Again, I don't know that you can't be holding the phone. I think you could be texting, because if I'm watching the road, like I should be good. But again, I'm coming this direction, they're coming this direction, and they see the pure joy in my face. And they bust a U-turn. They bust a U-turn, and they had to follow behind me for a good, I want to say a good block and a half, right? So I see them, right? I see them because, of course, I'm not 19 no more. I'm a much better driver now. And so, I watched them. But I didn't know they was watching me watch them. I didn't see them. I don't know. I didn't know it was an issue for me to have a freaking phone in my hand. I thought it was only an issue if you were texting. Because if you're texting, then you got to literally be looking at the phone. But holding the phone and looking at the road, then, that doesn't seem like a danger to me, because you're not looking at the phone. You're just holding it because whatever. You don't have a thing that's to hold it in the car, which was my situation. So anyway, I'm doing it live, but I'm not looking at the phone. I'm looking at the road, but I have the phone in my hand. So they see the phone in my hand because they look at me through my window because they're coming in opposite directions, so they got perfect view, and they bust the Huey. And I'm like, oh, look at them. They don't put on no sirens or nothing. They just got the lights, and I'm just like, oh, where they going? Oh, they coming for me. Oh, here we go. And I just pull calmly over. And they take a while to come to, and I never put the math together because I was in there, But they took a long time. Oh, it went right back. Oh, I like that. It wasn't even long enough. They didn't even interrupt nothing. I love it. I love it. I love my life. 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 Like California. I like California. I like it. Let me stay ladylike. Let me stay ladylike. Because the angle of this is angling. That's all I can say is that it's angling right now, okay?
because I don't have no holder. It's still plugged up. But anyway, so they come from the fucking, they bust the UE, they're behind me, they taking a sweet time. So all this time, why are they taking so long? Well, one of the reasons is probably because they're running the plates, right? That could be a reason. But now they run the plates, and now they want to see your license. Show your license. Now they got to run your license. You show them you got your insurance, and they got to check your insurance. And after they do all of that, they're like, well, you can't be holding your telephone. So have a good day. But while they was doing all of that, what I was doing in my mind was like, I know I'm good. I know I'm good. Like, I ain't the beat. See, your mind, that's how powerful our fucking minds is. That's why they have all of these billboards and images and stuff, because they know how powerful our minds is. And some, try to control other people's minds, but you must control your own mind. And by controlling your own mind, you tell yourself what the hell you want to experience. And I'm telling you, especially when you feel it and you believe it, oh baby, you have it. And nobody can do anything outside of that. They can tell their mind stuff about other people, but guess what? Really, what they tell their mind about themselves is the most potent thing, not nobody else. Because that goes against universal law. You have to have permission. I don't give nobody permission of anything for me. I don't care what it is. I am in control of me, my mind, and I'm open to learn new things. But I start my day and every day a certain way, and it has shown and proved to be definitely great for me, and I love it, and I'm keeping at it, and I encourage you to do the same. I know I make a little bit of jokes of it and funny, but it's real talk. We need to, as the good Reverend Michael Beckwith says by the title of his podcast, take back your mind. Take back your mind, baby. Take back your mind. I'm telling you, you take back your mind, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. I was watching a sister, Jasmine, and she's out there and she's serving the community, doing a whole bunch of work. And of course, interacting with so many people, some of that stuff could leave like almost like a impression, and if you don't know, you could very easily allow an impression to become more. But I'm glad I had the opportunity to connect. I feel like she's I'm part of her tribe, we part of each other's tribe. We on the same soul tribe, and she has structured her spirituality as a business, and I respect it. Hey, and in this economy and in these days and times, you better use your gifts. Why not? Why not profit off of your gifts? I mean, my intention is to profit off of my gifts, man. Shoot, I just gotta still perfect them, But anyway, with that being said, she has the opportunity for me to connect closely with her, and there is a monetary commitment. But I'm feeling really strong about doing it. I'm feeling really strong. I feel like what I have to share, like she would extremely benefit off of, and so would her community benefit from. And I think that's a great opportunity. So I'm thinking about it. I'm really, really, really thinking about connecting with this sis. But I've been meeting a whole bunch of beautiful sisters who genuinely just, want to see our world be better. So it's getting there. It's getting there. It is definitely getting there. So with that being said, I'm gonna cut this off so I can get back to doing what I was doing. It was an interesting Tuesday, indeed, and I hope everybody has a great Tuesday, a great week. We are approaching a full moon, so do your your best to think of best case scenarios, best case situations. I don't care what you are facing. Like, use your mind as a powerful tool and think of what is the best. What is the best possibility? What is the best situation? What is the best outcome? Keep that in the forefront of your mind. I'm gonna go watch my face.